really annoying when I copy it over. There's nothing in it, but I'm too lazy to delete it.
Just right on like that because it's just in the grab.
Yeah, just like drag and drop.
I understand.
Yeah. I was saying something. What was I saying?
You were saying welcome back to the side table. This is episode 12.
It is. But I was saying something important.
We were talking about how pizza was the greatest food.
Yeah, and you're an idiot if you don't like pizza.
That shaved ice picture was up last week.
I know it's always up. I was just thinking that same thing. White boys, am I right?
Thinking about their shaved ice.
And their caramelized starred bits. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, so I remember now. So Sarah... Oh, no, but what was the main point of what I remembered?
There was no point.
No, there was.
There never is.
No, we were talking about... I said fuck when I left the room. Why did I say fuck?
Because I was giving you a hard time for listening to grunge and singing the same goddamn song.
Oh, yeah. So, I just remembered two things.
Oh, whoa. Slow your roll. One thing at a time.
All right, people. We got an action-packed podcast today. Let's do a little brief summary of what's to come.
What's
table
a little
context.
teaser.
First, I'm going to talk about how I saw a Broadway show.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Second, what I did this weekend with my girlfriend besides not have sex. Yeah.
Killer weekend.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. And then the third thing is what happened to Joshua's car, because I want to know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then the fourth thing, I would like to address the mental health stigma briefly.
Oh, okay.
That's the fourth thing, just because of recent events in my life.
Right. Okay.
Did you hear about it or no?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
Or I'll just bleep it out. One of the two. Anyway, first thing. Saw a Broadway show on Friday.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
One that you would absolutely fucking love. Book of Mormon.
Oh.
Written by Trey, whatever, creator of South Park.
Trey Parker.
Yeah, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, and some other guy.
Yep.
So fucking good.
I would love to see that.
Because Sarah now, after 2.5 years of dating, has finally been like, do you want to do this? Yeah, I told you, I'll do anything you want. Like, Jesus, like, yeah, you murder someone, I'll murder someone, I'll fucking do it. And so she got tickets to see Book of Mormon. We saw it on Friday. We went to the shittiest Panera Bread ever.
Ooh,
it was really bad. And then we went and saw the musical, and made me realize because all the musicals I've seen like in person have always been at Ferris, and they sucked.
Oh, okay,
just production wise and everything. I just solely went to see Sarah in the Pit, which is the music part for people who don't know, who play instruments.
Yep.
And we were watching the Book of Mormon. I was like, God, this is fucking rad. Imagine seeing.
It's cool.
Yeah, and it was so good. Like the audio was really good. Production value was super good. And it's so funny. Especially at the beginning, they have this pre-recorded, I swear to God, of whoever does the voice of Randy.
Okay.
Does this whole narration about the history of Mormonism or whatever.
Right, a little brief synopsis.
And there's just one part where he's the voice of Jesus. And it starts with like, hi, I'm Jesus.
It's hilarious.
It was really funny and super entertaining, and I really enjoyed it. So I highly recommend seeing Book of Mormon if you ever get a chance to. It's
that would be a good one to see.
It was so funny too. I couldn't believe how funny it was.
Those are the best Broadway productions, are the comedy ones.
They are.
When we were out in New York, we saw 2 Broadway productions.
Uh-huh.
We saw Mary Poppins, and we saw Legally Blonde.
Mary Poppins was boring as shit.
Mary Poppins was boring as shit because, it was just the
Mary
TV
Poppins.
show of...
Yeah.
It was the movie of Mary Poppins is all it was. And I'm not a huge fan of the movie to begin with.
Same.
But then Legally Blonde. I've seen the movie Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Uh-huh.
The Broadway play, goddamn hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. It's just so good. So funny.
I watched the play of that before I auditioned for the play.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super funny. It's super funny.
It is. I just remember the couple of like points that stood out to me is there's like a UPS style driver. He's wearing the super like low cut shorts, just like strutting around. And then there's the whole like bend and snap, ongoing thing. It's so funny.
Yeah, it was so funny.
That was probably the most enjoyable thing of that New York trip.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That play?
Yeah.
I can't believe how much quality and just production value is in.
No, yeah,
are in those plays.
It's the kind of thing you would see is above like a B-rated movie,
right? It's so good. I just remember I was just like, wow. I don't know, but the one thing that bugged me though was after every song, everyone clapped.
Oh,
and I
get it because it's a performance thing.
Yeah,
but it kind of pulls you out of that immersion.
Yeah, and that's what happens with when I go to Sarah's concerts. Is after every song they all clap, but at the point it's just like, why are we clapping for basically them doing what they're supposed to do when we do that at the end?
Right? There's. I don't know if it's like this everywhere else, but here we clap too much for people.
We do, and I'm not saying that people...
We shouldn't be appreciative of them and stuff, but when you're clapping every 5 minutes or somebody announces somebody's name at something, and you're like, oh my God, can we be done clapping? Yeah. Or then they'll just keep clapping for 5 minutes. Yeah. Like, come on.
So I started clapping after the first song, and I go over to Sarah, I'm like, are we supposed to be doing this? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to do it. And and I'll just clap at the end, because that's when the whole
thing's done.
Thing is done.
And also, if the clapping goes on and on, you're kind of stepping on their next line.
Yep. Especially if there's some people that are just like, woo!
Right? And it goes on.
Yeah!
On.
Woo!
It's not a football game.
No, it's not. Not at all. But yeah, no, it was really good. Highly recommend it. The soundtrack is on Spotify.
Ooh.
It is very good. My favorite song is Huska. I always want to say Husqvarna.
The Chainsaw Company, bro.
Yeah, but
they do more than chainsaws. But yeah.
It's Hasa something Ibowe. It means fuck you, God. Because without giving too much away, a Mormon, after he graduates, they get paired or whatever, and he goes to a third world country to do his thing. It's Hasa Diga Ibowe. It's very funny. It's very good. The whole everything is so good.
Missionary work. That's what.
Missionary work. Yes, yes, it is very good. But I needed to talk about my Panera trip.
Because Panera trip here was terrible.
Sarah wanted me to talk about this.
Okay,
so plan was I get out of work. I actually was able to leave work at 5.
Mm-hmm.
So then Sarah and I could drive to Grand Rapids
and get there in time
to eat somewhere and see the play at 8.
Okay.
So I leave at 5. My parents are gone for spring break, so I have to walk the dog.
Right.
Because I could ignore the dog, but at the same time, would I want someone to ignore me having to poo?
Right. No.
And so I let the dog out. He finally pooed, and then I wanted to shower after work, because I just hate, I don't like work shit on me.
Do you spend, half your day in the shower?
No, why?
Every one of your stories is... I had to shower first, or I showered after. It makes it sound like you're extremely more germophobic than you are.
I am, but I'm not. But I don't know. Whatever.
Anyway, go on.
Anyway, I had to shower. I was like, Sarah, before you pick me up, I have to shower. Even though we're going to Grand Rapids and sitting down, I had to shower. And so I showered. And apparently Sarah was waiting for me to tell her to come over when I said just come over whenever.
Oh.
Yeah, so I didn't get that text till after I got out of the shower.
So you're all done and ready to go.
Yeah, and I'm like, where are you? Still at? Yeah, and so she finally came and we were leaving at 5:45. So we weren't able to go to the restaurant we wanted to go to, which was a coworker's son's restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that has really good beer and pizza. And it's the Jolly Pumpkin, if anyone wants to know. And it's a brewery pizzeria or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're driving down, and there's traffic downtown. There's, shit.
Driving downtown Grand Rapids that time of day is terrible.
It's the worst. So then I said, Sarah, just park at the nearest parking whatever structure, and we will just walk wherever.
Yeah.
So we walked to see where the venue is. We weren't far because Sarah wanted to be there at 7:30, and I totally understand being on time. Especially with that.
And then you have to walk through the brief security.
Yep. And I totally got that. So I was like, okay, she wants to be there at 7:30, and we only have 30 minutes to eat now.
Was this at the Van Andel?
It was at DeVos.
DeVos, okay.
Which I've never been in. Never been in DeVos. I've never been in Van Andel.
It's been a long time since I've been in DeVos.
I can't believe how much of the DeVos Center is connected to all of the surrounding buildings by walkways and shit.
Yeah, they have a lot of aerial walkways.
It's crazy. I've never walked downtown like that before Grand Rapids. It's always been to the mall or outside of that.
But yeah, Grand Rapids is actually pretty good downtown about just pedestrian.
It's
very pedestrian friendly.
Yeah. And so the closest place to DeVos was Panera Bread, and that's usually a good staple, especially with Sarah being very specific about what she wants to eat.
So there's something there for her.
Yes. So we go there, and apparently in Grand Rapids on Friday was this whole youth meetup thing.
Okay.
Where science and medical, students who are interested in those fields in college were meeting up.
Okay.
And going, something like that. Sarah was explaining it to me, and I'm like, wow, it's just whatever. There's too many kids. There's way too many kids.
Goddamn kids.
Yeah, there's so many. Well, they're like screaming, and like they're all talking to each other on their phones, just like they all are doing that. And I'm just like, guys, car. Like, God, it was awful. Like they're doing
crosswalk. Like they're walking across the street?
So Charlie, what's going on? Yeah, like I'm getting biz tonight.
That's how you watch your friend die.
And I'm just like, Charlie, tell her to stop.
Tell her to put the phone down.
Tell her to stop. And so
Charlie!
Yes, so Charlie. No! Well, there she goes,
Yeah.
And so we get to Panera, and it's, of course, swarmed by all these kids, these high schooler kids doing...
High schooler kid things.
They're all individually Snapchatting. Like, no joke, they all are doing this. And then...
Do you not feel old
That's when I feel the generation gap. Because, like, Sarah's in between that. She's kind of
right.
a mesh.
She's right in between that.
Yeah, and so she kind of understands it more than I do. I'm just like, that's awkward.
Fucking kids.
Yeah, I know. And so we go up to order finally, and it's this cliche waitress just leaning on the register, just like...
Who totally shows up to work and does not give a shit.
Oh yeah, she's smacking on gum. Says, "So how can I help you?" And Sarah goes, "Well, I'd like a grilled cheese with chips, and then he would like the pick 2 combo of like chicken noodle soup and like the
half sandwich of whatever.
Yeah, the BBQ chicken flatbread, because it's really good."
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Okay." So she's like entering in. She leans over to the next person. "So do we have any barbecue chicken flatbread? Any flatbread? No? Okay." So then she finishes on her bread. "We don't have any flatbread." Thanks. I didn't.
I know. I got it.
I didn't get that from
the other person told me.
And I'm like, okay, do you have like the avocado like chicken club or whatever it is? And she goes, "Let me check." "Oh, yeah, we got that." And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, "So what do you want for your soup?" I
already told you.
I said chicken noodle. "Oh, okay." So she's entering it in, she's tapping a lot of things on the screen, or I don't know. And she's like, "On your side?" We said chips. "Okay. We only have apples and yogurt." "Oh."
Panera doesn't have any fucking chips?
What in Grand Rapids, right? Like
they're out on a Friday?
Yeah. And I just want it known, Panera, that every time I go to a Panera Bread, no one has the barbecue chicken flatbread. It's the worst. Anyway, we're back to her. Okay, so
does she have long nails that are tapping on the screen?
No, she doesn't.
Is that not obnoxious?
Yeah, it's just like, I hate when people do that, like on the counter, like blah, blah, blah,
Or you can hear them texting on their phone, and it's nail.
Gross. I just hate nails. I hate nails. I understand why people chew nails, but like at the same time, anyway. So Sarah's like, "Okay, I like yogurt." And I'm like, "I guess I'll have an apple because I'm not a big dairy fan, even though I just ate a lot of pizza."
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. And it's okay. All right, and then Sarah's like, "Do you need my card now?" "Yeah, sure." And then she takes the card and then does their thing or whatever and gives the card back and the receipt. And so we're waiting for her to, as a customer service representative say, "Have a nice day." Mm-hmm. She's just sitting there, just like, and then Sarah goes, "Have a nice day." Oh yeah, see you. Wow. And so we go and we sit down at this. They have these nice seats where it's just like enough for just 2 people, you know.
Okay, yep.
Rather close booths, so they're pretty tolerable. And we're sitting there. It takes. How long do you think it takes for them to bring our food?
Well, based
our food
on
at Panera Bread.
Panera Bread. I'm guessing this is going to be north of 30 minutes.
It was 30 minutes. 30 minutes, and we got there at 7, exactly 7. Sarah wanted.
So it's 7:30 now. You have to scarf your food down to get it over there by 8.
Yep. And so at 7:30, this person comes over with our food, and Sarah thinks this is after 3 times of people walking over to us and then realizing it's
not their food.
Not our food, and then leaving. And it was really bad. And so Sarah's like, I think this is our food. And Sarah like never ever gets like super bitchy. I mean, she'll get like bitchy with me in private. But she's
not a super confrontational person either.
No. But she was getting pissed, like
understandably,
because she wanted to be on time. Mm-hmm. She wanted to be able to chill there, you know, converse.
And these guys were fucking it up.
Yes, she wanted to look at the playbill and Jesus Christ. And so the person comes over and she's like, so grilled cheese, and Sarah's like, yeah, that's me. Hands me the grilled cheese. And then she's like, and then she's holding the tray with the other plate. She's just staring at it, and Sarah's like, I'll just give it to me. And then so she gives it to me, and then she leaves. And the grilled cheese had the apple and grilled cheese. If you don't remember, I ordered the apple.
Yes.
And Sarah had my sandwich and soup. That looks really good.
Yeah.
I know. And her yogurt, which isn't a stick, by the way. Yeah, a stick of yogurt. And so we switch. And then so Sarah's, you know, eating her grilled cheese, chowing down, and I'm staring at my plate purely for comedic effect at this point. She's like, why aren't you eating? I'm like, don't you see what's missing from my soup, Sarah? And she's like, what?
Your sandwich?
My spoon.
Oh, your
spoon. And then like I just mockingly am like, what do they expect me to eat my soup with? My mouth? And so she's like, I'll go get you a spoon. I'm like, no, don't worry, I'll just soup it. I'll sip it. And so I'm sipping it, and she's like, no, let me just go get you a spoon. I'm like, okay. And so she goes and gets the spoon. She's like, and you can hear her just like over like a line of people, I need a spoon. And then the guy comes up, would you like a metal or plastic spoon? And he's what the fuck does it matter?
Just give me a goddamn spoon.
Just give me a goddamn spoon. So she, after waiting, I finished my soup, by the way.
Oh,
and by the time I got the spoon, she comes back and she's like, oh, I guess you didn't need the spoon. I'm like, yeah, but you know, I really appreciate you getting it for me. And she sits down and she's like, that was probably the filthiest like food station, because where she was standing, she could see when they were working, and it was disgusing, like splatters.
That immediately turns you off eating any of your food.
Oh yeah, and then it made me pay attention to, like everywhere, like it was all filthy. It was like someone walked into a gas station, is what the floor looked like, and the bathroom was just as bad, and. Down the sandwich, down the soup, and then we just like fucking
get the hell out of there.
Booked it to DeVos. But God, it was so awful. I couldn't, and I'm not a person like
so want to complain.
Yeah, to complain, but like it was so bad. I wanted to mention something.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was so bad.
I'm sure Panera has an online complaint form. Should probably fill that out.
To drop one in. I'm surprised Sarah hasn't yet, because she was livid, and I was just, and I mean, we got, because knowing Sarah, she wanted to, like I said earlier, go and get our seats, obviously, and like at the DeVos Center, you can get drinks and kind of lounge around and
just
converse
have
with
it
people.
be a nice, relaxed event.
And because of that, it made it very high strung, and it led to me like just chill it, just go with it.
But no, I understand. You get, you want to do things a certain way.
Yeah, and
when you get that monkey wrench thrown in there, it's upsetting.
I know. I totally get that too, because Sarah and I are both similar in the anxiety aspect, and with being anal over certain things. So I totally understand it. which is why I was remaining very calm, because usually when someone is freaking out,
if you have the other person freak out, it just makes everything worse.
Yeah, it's very bad. But no, it was god awful. The Panera Bread experience.
Get your shit together, Panera.
Uh-huh.
The Panera Bread in town's usually pretty good. I don't go often.
It's very good, and I keep meaning to tell, because Abe's wife manages it.
Really?
I keep meaning to tell him, and I meant to yesterday, about this experience, and I totally fucking forgot. Damn it. But anyway, shout out to Krista at the Big Rapids Panera. You rock. Your store is very efficient and very clean and very nice. Doesn't have barbecue chicken flatbread always, but I greatly appreciate you and what you do with the store.
My favorite thing to get at Panera in town is just broccoli and cheese soup.
I've never had that. It's very good.
Oh, it's delicious.
Baguette's dope.
Oh, yeah.
Soup's dope. Soup's dope.
So my coworker, whenever she gets Panera Bread soup, she always gets a few extra bread.
Okay.
And so her boyfriend was buying for her. So he gets her the soup and an entire baguette to go with.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
How much did that cost?
I don't know.
Damn, a whole baguette?
Yep, the whole baguette to go with.
Whoa. That's rad.
Yeah.
That soup's rad, man. That's awesome. I love their baguettes. It's really good.
They're really good.
My other thing. My other topic. So, Sarah stayed over this weekend, and we did a lot of just like chilling out, spending time with each other, which is very nice, because going on I don't know if you had this when you first started dating Ashley and you would stay over, and that, like, did you always have that mindset of, I gotta have sex?
Yes.
Yeah, and so I've always had that mindset with staying over with anyone that I've been dating. Like, I gotta have sex.
Well, and a lot of that too is you did that staying over with when you were younger, and
right?
Much more hormonally charged,
right?
But yeah, when you're not living with somebody or with them all the time, you hang out and you're like, I gotta fit sex in.
And it comes to the point where it just is like, that's what this whole thing is about, is just, we gotta have sex, and then
right, and then if that's the basis of your relationship, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, and so we didn't have sex the whole weekend, which was awesome, because all we did was just we played specifically card games. We played a lot of the Pokemon trading card game, which is why I didn't play with you online this weekend.
I know.
And we played the Harry Potter
card game,
which is fucking rad. I have to say, compared to the one when I got you, it is a hair better. A hair better? Just because of how you can pull off combos.
You have a few more options in that regard.
I mean, well,
we also haven't really explored
We
just used the beginning deck.
And we're at like, out of 7, we're at like book 5.
Okay, so you're a chunk through.
So there's like a lot of combos and shit you can pull off, and it's so fun. And we were going to play Game of Thrones Catan, because I got her that for Valentine's Day. But we need 3 people. We both forgot we needed 3 people. I mean, we could have went 2 and 2 like we do with Betrayal, when it's just her and I playing.
Right, and you manage 2.
But I don't like Catan that much.
To manage 2 Catan players.
I was just willing just to play it for her, and then having to manage 2.
It was like, no, sorry.
No, God, no. So yeah, we played a lot of we did a lot of like deck building and just a lot of like drinking and listening to a lot of music. So we listened to a lot of musical stuff, and then I threw on a grunge playlist which had a lot of Temple of the Dog, which sings Hunger Strike.
Right.
So that has been looping like a lot the past couple days. Well, because she also had to get a new phone on Sunday, because Saturday night she puts her this is why I always like a nightstand by my bed, is she goes and puts her phone on that ledge, okay, because she was sleeping on this side, and then it drops.
And you have basically a concrete floor in here.
Yeah, and then at night it looks like it was just, a crack, and she's like, okay, it's whatever.
It's cracking a screen, but it'll work.
In the morning I hear, oh shit. And so I'm like, what? And she's like, I really shattered my screen. I didn't really look at it. She's like, I think I'm gonna need to get a new phone. And I thought, no, that's just you wanting to get a new phone, blah, blah, blah. And so she's, sitting over here doing some homework while I'm in bed just watching YouTube. And She's looking at new phones. I'm like, let me see your phone, Sarah. I bet it's not that bad. I look at it and it's like
just like you would cut your finger up by touching it.
Oh yeah, it was so bad.
I've seen people using phones like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, your finger.
Yeah,
Stop touching it.
You'll need like duct tape. Like, God. And so Sunday turned into phone shopping.
Yay.
Yes, which I absolutely hate. So we went to, I think we just went to Walmart because Meyer has shitty phone selection.
Yes, they do.
Because I didn't want her to go to an AT&T store because...
And just buy the latest iPhone?
Yes, and I knew, or Verizon store, because she has
Verizon, yep.
Because I knew they were going to be pushy with selling things.
That's what I hate about cell phone carriers walking in, is they're such pushy salespeople.
And I knew it would make her extremely uncomfortable, and then I would have to say no, and then I would have to be a dick, and I don't like being a dick, so it's like, we're just going to go to Walmart. We're going to deal with it ourselves.
Just get a quick,
Yes. And so we got her a phone, a prepaid one, and it came with the SIM card, but like the wording on the package misled how that worked.
Well, Verizon is kind of special.
Yes.
They do not use SIM cards except for LTE coverage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because they use there was two competing versions of like cell phone wireless bands. There's the GSM, which everybody uses, and then there's CDMA, which Verizon and Sprint uses. But when they switched over to 4G LTE, it only used GSM. So Verizon is in this weird limbo where they're using both.
Oh.
And then the CDMA does not use a SIM card, but the LTE uses a SIM card.
Why?
It's competing standards.
Because it was... and it became confusing,
right?
Probably because of that, because Sarah was talking about how when I gave her my old phone, the one she broke, all she did was just called and activated it. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, they don't use SIMs. You just call, you give them the IMEI number, and they activate it.
So because we had a phone with a SIM card in it, it turned into a whole thing where Verizon, it said that we would be able to add it on to an existing Verizon account, which is, she was on her parents' plan. And that's what it said, and I did a lot of research in the store, like standing in the clothing aisle, like,
on your phone.
Yeah. And do you want a blanket? Sure. You seem cold.
Well, it's more, I wanted the relaxing footness of it.
I gotcha.
There we go.
And so I'm doing all this research in the fucking kid apparel.
Trying to do it on your slow-ass phone.
Yes, and I'm like, and she's like, will it work? And I'm like, I
think so.
And then I'm like reading it, and I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm like, it should work, because I'm confident it should work. And then it says on the package, it should work. And I said, just in case the wording on the package with the SIM card is fucked up, let's buy this other one just in case. Don't open it. We'll return it if need be. But just in case, I want you to have this so we don't have to do...
back and forth.
Yes. And so, because I said it should work, Sarah asked the very intelligent Walmart employee...
Oh, God.
...if this would work. And they said, of course it will. And so Sarah said, they said it will work. And I said, of course they would say that. They're
He paid minimum wage to stand there.
Like, fucking of course. And so it ended up turning into a thing where in order for Sarah to activate the phone... Even though it said she could do it online, she had to call because of that phone and its phone's specific ID. And she was on that, and then they found out that they couldn't put it on their plan because of some stupid thing they were saying. And Sarah's like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, we're positive. But then she was transferred to saying someone they could and going back and forth. And then she finally left with like, okay, I'll be able to do it. Hang up. Turns out she couldn't do it. Calls again. Oh, we can do it, but you have to pay for 30 months first of prepaid. Not 30 months, sorry. $30
for the prepaid
for a month. I'm like, no, Sarah, that's not right. And she's like, that's what they said. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not right. That doesn't make any sense.
Especially since I assume they're on like a post-paid plan.
Yeah, and so she's like, okay, are you guys sure? And they're like, yeah, we're sure this is what it's supposed to do, And then she hangs up. Then she has to call again because in order to add her phone to her parents, they sent her dad a PIN reminder, not through text, but through voicemail.
Okay.
Yeah, so he called her saying, like, what's going on? And she said, I need this PIN number they gave me. He he gave her the PIN number that she needed to add her to the account. She relays this to the Verizon employee. Verizon employee said this PIN doesn't work, even though that's what they sent. And then what ended up happening was the Verizon employee, in order to add the phone to her parents' account, had to contact one of her parents to confirm that it was her doing it, even though she had the PIN number, confirmed it that she got from her dad. And she said, they won't pick up. They're at like a school thing. Like they won't be able to pick up. Yeah, but we got to do it anyway. So they tried, couldn't do it. And so they're like, okay, it looks like you'll just have to pay the $30 or whatever. And so Sarah's like, okay, fine. Like at this point, she's been on the phone for like an hour and she's getting like red in the face, frustrated. And she hangs up, not hangs up, I think it's put on hold or something or whatever. And then it ends up what ends up happening is they said that she could keep the same phone number, but now she won't be able to keep the same phone number. So now she has a different phone number, $30 plan that she's prepaying, which is what they wanted her to do in the first place, you know?
Right.
And I told her, I mean, like, you're going to do it at some point, like, separate from your parents'
account.
Yeah.
Still.
But so
to have it do it that way
was back ass. It was
stupid.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. So, and that's one of the reasons why I switched from Verizon to AT&T.
AT&T doesn't have any better customer service.
I know.
I relayed to you the story of Ashley's phone number.
Yeah.
That took 3 days.
Yeah. I mean, I remember being on. I don't know if it was AT&T or Verizon, but I remember switching my phone number to AT&T. I was on the phone on a conference call with Verizon and AT&T for 2 hours.
At the same time. Jesus Christ.
In order for that, it's really bad, and we're both what's the word? Outsourced.
Right, they're both outsourced, so you're usually talking to call centers in India or wherever.
Yeah, so like it's hard to understand the other party. They don't understand you or the party that they're working with, which is Verizon. And
right. There's so many barriers there, and
it was
dealing with cell phone companies was trash.
It's super frustrating, which is why I went prepaid, because
there's not too much to go wrong in the prepaid world.
Mm-hmm.
And especially that's why going with AT&T in that case is really nice. You literally pull your SIM card and put it in a different AT&T compatible phone, and it just works. That's
what I told Sarah. I was like, now if you ever get a new phone, you can just pull it out and put it in, and it should work.
If she still has her broken phone, we can get a new screen.
Oh, the new phone she got now is bigger and has like way bigger screens. So
she likes that.
She will not switch. Yeah, because it had like 32 gigs of internal memory compared to the 8 gig one.
Oh, she had a really tiny iPhone then.
Yeah. Oh no, it was my Moto G.
Oh, that's right. For some reason I thought she still had an iPhone.
No, she had I don't know. She never had an iPhone.
Really?
No. She wants.
How is she gonna iMessage with her Mac?
I know. And I keep forgetting to tell her, I'm like, you got to get Signal so I can just
Sarah
be on the computer.
Get Signal.
Yeah, Sarah. So I can just be on the computer
and
never
the cool kids are using.
Never pick up my phone.
It's really nice.
It is. It's super nice.
And then you get, the benefit of, encrypted messages.
Of course. Which, what good does that do you?
Not a lot, but it means that, Signal can't like data mine your texts.
That's true.
Or steal your nude photos you send each other.
I don't send nude photos.
I don't either. But if I did...
Yeah, right? They'd be safe.
No, I've somehow made it my entire life without ever sending a dick pic.
I have too. I've had people want me to, and it's just like, no.
No thanks.
I don't have confidence like that.
Did you catch in the news when Jeff Bezos was being blackmailed with his risque photos?
No.
Okay, so, oh man, I don't remember which publication it was. But it was some crappy online, website.
TMZ.
No, like one of the clickbaity websites.
Okay.
I can't remember which one.
TMZ.
I mean, yes, but no, it was like one of the more mainstreams, like
BuzzFeed?
Vice or something, or BuzzFeed, or.
Oh, Vice is pretty good with not really being clickbaity.
I don't keep a close eye.
Oh,
I don't remember who it was.
Uh-huh.
But basically, Jeff Bezos got an email from them that was like, "Hey, we have your nude photos. you better pay us money or we're going to publish them.
Fuck.
So this is why I'm thinking Vice or Motherboard. He went and did a self-post on Vice or whatever. Jeff Bezos did, you know. Amazon man, richest man in the world, basically. And it's like, yep, these guys are totally blackmailing me. It's just letting you guys all know. Go for it.
Dude, it's nice.
It just like totally stuck it to them. So now he's suing them, obviously, for blackmail.
Dude, at that point, like, that's what I would do.
Yeah, because apparently he had something with...
You can't fucking touch a man like that.
No.
God, no.
Because I think he's... Him and then now Bill Gates are over like $100 billion net worth.
Oh, wow. Look how this is a road. How is that a road? You see all those...
Oh, it's a roundabout.
It's a weird roundabout. It doesn't have any lanes.
It does have lanes.
I can't see them.
It doesn't matter. Roundabouts have those... Well, this one might have 3. Yeah, this one has 3 lanes. Yeah, it's a roundabout, man. Let's go.
It's a weird roundabout. It's in the middle of a courtyard. Isn't that weird?
Oh, it's not even a roundabout.
Yeah, it's not.
It's just a pass-through with a fancy fountain.
Yeah, that's why I was like, where do you see this? Isn't that weird?
That is kind of weird.
I mean, you can see all the people walking about.
It probably looks really nice, though.
Oh, I believe it. I mean, look how nice it looks now.
Yeah. No, yeah, so this Jeff Bezos thing,
It's in Paris, that's why.
Okay. He was, like, basically on his way out with his wife, and like they were filing for divorce, and it was like a nude with his girlfriend or something. They were yeah. And National Enquirer was who it was.
National Enquirer, God.
so they're getting their asses sued.
Fucking God. They're the gross, nasty grab bag mags.
Aren't they the same ones that Hulk Hogan sued?
Oh, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, there was that whole thing for years.
I know what they're a magazine. I know.
Yeah.
They're those ones that are so and so.
They're the kind of ones you see in the aisle when you're checking out at the grocery store.
Next to the Pokemon cards.
Where it's like, Brad Pitt screwed who?
Gasp.
And then the article's nothing about that.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn it, I wanted to know who Brad Pitt was screwing.
I know, and I wish it was me.
But it's not. They won't tell me.
So, speaking of Brad Pitt, dude.
That movie.
Birthday Trip. Fucking to see that movie.
I'm game.
That movie looks good. It's gonna be good.
Dude.
It's Quentin Tarantino, Brad Pitt, Leo.
Is the Detective Pikachu movie out?
No, it's in May, man.
May, okay.
Dude, trust me, I'd be up on... We're doing a trip. We're doing a fucking trip on when that comes out. That's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be pretty good.
It looks amazing.
It's basically a Deadpool Pokemon.
Right? I've only seen that one trailer I shared with you. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
I've only seen... I think there's 2 trailers I've seen.
And the Detective Pikachu card set comes out, I think, in a couple days.
Oh, they're doing a card set, too.
Oh, yeah. A whole set.
Nice.
Yeah. There was something else I was going to say about that. Nah, whatever.
We'll move on.
Yeah. Your car thing.
My car thing. It's not as interesting as I made it sound.
No.
So yeah, I pulled in today and I'm driving my wife's Jeep. It's not cool. It's a Jeep Liberty. It's a Jeep thing. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, it is. It's a Cherokee.
It's not a Cherokee. So yeah, I'm driving home. Not yesterday, day before. Driving home. And I'm like going around, the sharp bend right before I have the option between coming onto your road or continuing.
Yep.
And I start turning the wheel. The car's not turning.
Oh, fuck.
So I quickly turn the wheel a little bit more and the car finally starts turning. I'm like, oh shit, that's bad. So I kind of limp it home. And I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, maybe something between the steering wheel and the steering rack and pinion and hydraulics is, loose or a bolt, rusted because, the car's rusty as shit.
Yep.
And I'm looking. So almost 2 years ago now, I replaced the transmission in that car. And when I was doing that, the power steering was leaking. So I replaced the entire, it's called the rack and pinion for the power steering. Okay. It's basically the whole hydraulic system. It bolts down to the frame of the car. And, that's how it does its steering. So I'm under there, I'm moving things around, and the whole rack and pinion is just kind of wobbly.
Oh, snap.
Literally snap. Oh. It mounts on 2 parts, left and right, of the frame. The mounting bracket on the passenger side completely sheared off.
Oh, shit.
So this thing's just barely hanging on.
Oh god.
Barely have steering. So we'll see how that pans out, because I bought it from O'Reilly's Auto Parts and it has a limited lifetime warranty. We'll see how well that warranty comes through. And then it's a pain in the ass to replace, but otherwise it's going to the scrap heap and it's time for a new car.
Oh fuck, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm ready for that car to be gone anyway.
Oh god, I
just don't want to buy a new one.
Right? I hate cars. I'm sorry you have to. I feel your pain.
I love cars. I hate you have a crappy shitty car that you have to fix crap on. And it's never a nice easy fix. Like working on newer cars or something that's not a rust heap is really nice because bolts just come out, nothing's broken, yeah, everything's rusty.
God damn. I have to do maintenance on my car eventually.
Like what?
Well, it's nothing obviously like in my face right now.
Dude, what are you laughing for?
That's something I would do. I'm glad I'm rubbing off. No, I'll need new tires.
If my car goes to the scrap heap, you can have my tires.
Oh, well, thank you.
They're the same size.
Oh, well, there we go. And I would like to get new rotors and
brakes and pads, yeah.
But no, outside of that, it's
been pretty good.
Yeah, because
yeah, you got pretty lucky with that car.
Yeah, I need it for 2 more trips at least. Both to the UP. And then I'll be good. Then I can fucking...
Solid. Hopefully be done with having a car for a while.
Oh, God, I hope so. God, I hope so. But I was looking at near Ann Arbor, like, because I really want to be in, like, a Pokemon league to be around, like, like-minded people who are competitively...
into the same thing.
Yeah, and around that environment, because our environment and community is limited to the 4 of us.
Basically, yeah.
And a lot of people don't like doing the same things. I mean, they'll do them, but not to the level that you...
They don't come in it with a passion like you might have.
Yeah, and in order to... There's no place in Ann Arbor that does that.
Really?
Yeah, it's the closest one is like 19 miles away, which is like a 15, 20-minute drive.
Honestly, if you could probably, for Ann Arbor being, you know, what it is, you could probably get a card shop in on that if you wanted to, like, spearhead something.
That's what I was looking at, because I was looking at, I would start my own league, and then start the league, you need a Pokemon professor. It's an actual
title.
Patrick's
like, oh my god, I need to have this.
Whoa.
My dreams.
Yes.
They're becoming a reality.
Yeah, so you go through this whole... Oh, speaking of that, Professor Birch, do you remember what he looks like?
Yeah, big round guy.
No, that's... No, I'm thinking of Elm. Oh,
you're thinking of Elm.
Here, let me pull up a picture.
He was 2nd gen, right?
Yes. Let me just show you this picture.
I can't remember what his face looks like.
Hold on. Don't worry. Just picture me in Pokemon and it'll be him.
Okay.
I sent the picture to Sarah. So it's like, oh my god, this is me.
Are you gonna get a white lab coat? Do you get a white lab coat?
You get a white lab coat with the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's legit. And you get like specific professor things. And if you're like a league organizer or whatever, you get like legit like limited edition like Pokemon.
Oh my god, that is so cool.
I know. It's like I've been delving into the TGC world
universe.
Dude, and it's like fucking legit as fuck. Where is the link? I sent her the link. Where is it?
Where's the link, man? Link to the past?
No, this is better. This is Pokemon.
Take that, Zelda.
This is like the full body art of the Professor Elm trading card, if it loads. We're on dial-up here. Doesn't that look like me?
It does.
Isn't that weird? That's me in Pokemon.
Oh, that is funny.
Isn't that? And I'm like, oh my god. And so I'm like, oh my god, I could be Professor Elm. But yeah, you do the whole you like go through the whole process of becoming a judge for Pokemon, so you can judge at events.
Right.
There's a test for that. There's the rule book and all this shit you have to read. Then there's like all these rules and shit for being a Pokemon professor. Then you take a test for that. Then you become like a league organ. It's like legit. Like fucking like Pokemon's just like.
Dude, Nintendo's got a lot of stuff in place for their brand.
It was incredible. I didn't realize how deep and how like people like the TCG in the VGC part of Pokemon is so competitive and so world renowned that people form teams that's what they do.
Right. It's basically what esports was before.
Yeah.
It was E.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? This is what I should have been focusing on.
Your whole life.
Fucking college. Fuck that. God, I'm having more fun like thinking about Pokemon and building decks than I have like the past
ever of like doing film stuff.
Yeah, like god damn. And it's just
that's one of those things that would make you want to own a card shop just so you could do those sorts of things and have that gateway and those customers.
And that's what sucks about Big Rapids is we have that hobby shop, but we don't have a place nearby. The closest place was Granville that had a Pokemon League.
Right.
And someone like me, someone like you who wanted to get into it, wanted to do something, outside of work and home life.
You have to spend 2 hours driving just to get there and
get there. And it's like, what the fuck? It's annoying. And that's why I was looking at it. Because then I was like, wherever I could go, I could start something. Because I can be personable enough to recruit and get that going. And it was, I just like, wow. But yeah, and so I was listening to some podcasts where people who have done that were like giving tips and tricks.
7 ways you can start your own Pokemon League, guaranteed.
And then die.
Your YouTube title for that video.
Savage.
God, we could make YouTube titles all day.
I know. I made a pretty good one the other day. I don't remember what it was, but it was pretty good.
Probably had sex in the title.
No, it did not. Maybe. No. I don't know.
Those are our best performing videos.
Which is sad.
It's really funny.
Did I send you the picture of our sexy episode having 69 views?
No.
No, I took a picture of it.
Nice.
And shared it on the Sensual Talking Instagram.
Look at that pizza.
I know, it looks very good. It looks like it's not a ZD. No, what? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But then I started customizing like a Pokemon deck around this one card I got. And it can get expensive.
God, yeah.
Not as bad as Magic.
Oh, way cheaper than Magic. There's a couple sites where you can buy like individual cards.
Yep.
And you can get some of the low end cards for like 5 cents a piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when you start getting into like the EXs and stuff that you want, it'll start adding on. But
yeah.
You could get a really solid deck for like under $100.
I know. I got a majority of. I haven't ordered it yet.
But you've got it like all in your cart.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's like $30 for everything that I don't already have, excluding the like a complete set of some of the EXs and that I.
And you can always go to like eBay for some of that stuff too. They've got somewhat competitive prices on at least the higher end stuff.
That's what I was doing. So I had Full Grip Games card shop and then eBay in my Windows.
There's one or two others I was looking at that had them too. I can't remember the name of the
like
stores.
Bouncing back and forth, or
that I was looking through briefly because you've been looking at this TCG stuff and I'm like, all right, what does it cost to like put together a deck? And some of the, basic and uncommons are like 5 or 10 cents a piece. And it's like, damn.
Yep. That's what I was doing too, was I was buying, for example, like a really popular card right now is Guzma, which lets you switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with their active Pokemon and then lets you switch the same thing with yours. And it's a really popular card amongst a lot of the decks. So you can like switch your Pikarom into whatever to knock it out.
You get that switch initiative.
Yeah, exactly.
Volt switch.
And that's what I've been basing all my decks around is volt switching and U-turning because
it's really good.
It is, and it's really fun. And oh shit. And so I bought the Guzmas, like I only needed, 3, but I could buy up to 8 because what if you wanted to make a deck?
Oh yeah.
Here's some Guzmas. Or like Sarah, because she she's a terrific girlfriend because she's like been super
humoring you on this.
Yes, been super supportive, and she'll play and like make her own deck and stuff. And I've been teaching her, and like most of the time it goes in. Sometimes she's just like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" But I've been trying to teach her about like the switching and that. And so when she made this one deck, because I have 2 Pikarom EXs.
Ooh.
Tag team, yeah. Gave them to her to make a deck. And so she made this electric deck because she made this water deck that actually like beat me a couple times.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh wow, this is
embarrassing.
This is really sexy. No,
it's really sexy.
This is really sexy.
Patrick's like, I'm a little bit turned on.
I have a chub.
Can you beat me again?
Can you beat me again, please? And I'll just watch. And she made this electric deck, but like she didn't have a lot of like electric support or whatever. So it was it wasn't crappy, but I kicked her ass a lot. And so she got frustrated because she is very competitive. And so I like redid her deck today before you came over with like a bunch of Switch initiative and that. And then I was going to show her tomorrow about it. But no, she, because we're going to go to that pre-release in Bay City. Okay. And I asked her if she wanted to go, she was going. If she wanted to participate. She's like, oh no, I don't want to, because her like anxiety took over with like, I don't know the game or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but the pre-releases are just like, you just play 3 matches with people who are just like, let's fucking play Pokemon, and there's no tournament or anything.
Right.
But yeah, it'll be fun.
What day is that?
That's a Saturday, April 20th.
April 20th. I'll just make sure
if you are game,
if I can get that free.
I will, because I was going to book my room later.
You're just going to stay there?
Well, yeah, I was going to at least stay a weekend because the reason why is because I didn't know if you were going or not.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was basing it around possible like Friday to Sunday. But if you wanted to go, I would do Saturday to Sunday. The reason why, because there's 3 pre-releases that day, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. So one's at like 12.
Okay, they've got different times for them.
Yeah, and so one is like super early, like 12, but registration's like 12 to 1, so I wanted to be there to actually be able to register.
Right.
Then there's like one at like 3 or whatever, so it's like really short.
Okay, so it's just an hour or 2.
It's just like 3 20-minute matches.
Right.
So you get your deck, you build it. Then
the way I read it on their Facebook page was it was an actual tournament.
Oh, really? Like competing wise?
Yeah, it was a 4-round tournament. And yeah, you play against them, but every round you competed in, you got an extra TCG booster pack.
Oh.
So like if you were good, you got a couple booster packs. If you lost in the first round, you just get 1 extra.
I took it as a... I didn't. I took it as like you just play 3 rounds.
No, I think it was a legit like. Here's these brand new cards. You guys have the same basic like half deck. They did 4 prize card.
Yeah,
it's on their Facebook page. They describe it.
Oh, I guess I just misread it then. I just misinterpreted it then. But yeah.
But still, you come away with 50, 60 cards almost.
Yeah, and it just seemed really fun. But. Yeah, if you're willing to go and it works just for you just to do the day, I'll totally be down with that.
We'll see if we can make it work. And
yeah.
Because Bay City is an hour and a half drive?
Yeah.
I'll just drive there and back for the day.
Right. And then, because then I was thinking like afterwards we can just, if we stay the night, just chill, drink beer somewhere, play more Pokemon, and just chill.
Just relax for the weekend doing whatever.
And it's going to be like late April. It's going to be nice. It's Bay City.
Oh, it will.
By the bay.
Yeah.
Like they've got to have great places just to sit outside.
It might be a little chilly, but it'll still be beautiful.
Dude, I know, right? And so it just seems like a really fun time. So that's why I was... And then, just watching... I've watched someone vlog a pre-release. Mm-hmm. We both have a little chub. No joke.
You should vlog your pre-release.
Oh, that's a lot of... I might. If you come, I'll do a 2 guys do...
2 guys, 1 Pokemon?
Yeah, 2 guys.
2 guys, 1 pre-release.
2 guys do Pokemon. But no, it's just like you just get your box, you get your whole like 20-pack evolution cards, and then you get your 4 random packs or whatever, and you build a deck that works, and it looks fucking rad.
It does.
It looks so fun. And then the Unbroken Bonds comes with that fucking Charizard, Reshiram. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel ya. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to mention?
I don't think so.
Cool. Deuces, my peeps.
Deuces, did you want to do your brief mental health?
Oh, shit. I forgot about that. Oh, okay. I'm glad you remembered. Due to circumstances at work revolving around mental health, and then personally how I've been afflicted by it and have dealt with it, and then you as well. If you are troubled or you need help, please contact a hotline or speak to someone. I just highly suggest doing that, because your actions are very powerful with what you do, and your words mean a lot. So please get help. Please, I really advise doing that greatly.
There is a YouTube channel that I watch. It's called Mighty Car Mods.
Okay.
It's these couple of guys in Australia that don't know crap about cars, but dick around with them anyway. And they've done a number of things, and they have this charity in Australia called Reach Out, and basically it's something they donate to a bunch and champion, and it's basically mental health for kids.
Good. I'm glad someone's doing that, because I don't like the stigma of mental health means weakness at all, because that's how I grew up, and I hate it.
That's right. Be a man.
Yep. And it's just very damaging.
It is. It cultivates that internalization of your problems and how you're feeling. And
yes.
That just becomes worse, and then you find yourself in a place where you're dangerous to yourself or somebody else.
Yes, a very fucked up place. And I really, really recommend, if you are suicidal, please get help. Your life means way more than just
what you think it means. It impacts a lot of people around you.
It does. And it's a very powerful action. Suicide is. It's very powerful, and it impacts everyone. I just want that known.
So just do a quick Google for a hotline, talk to a friend, drop a comment. This isn't a YouTube video. It is a YouTube video?
It is.
Comment below. We'll chat with you.
We will. Please. I really beg and plead. Other than that,
on that sombering note,
yes, please have a
stay pretty.
Yes, stay pretty and have a great day, guys.